Welcome everyone. Today we'll be covering unit testing with JavaScript, and we'll also be covering the creation of the new React and ASP.NET project, which is still in preview. Tools that you'll need is Visual Studio Community, Node.js, JavaScript and Typescript, ASP.NET.Core app or a React app, and UnitTest with Node.js. We'll start by creating two projects. One is the React ASP.NET Core, which is still in preview, so it's not advised to use in production, and the simple Blank Node.js Console Application. The React app is a client side and the ASP.NET Core is a server side. You don't need to use React, you can use something else, you can use a Vue, a React or an Angular app. It doesn't need to be React. This is the tutorial that you will need if you choose React, but the others also have a tutorial. You need to download Node. We advise the long-term service. The other documentation regarding NPM or the package manager. The npx is also needed. Remember this command, you're gonna need it. And we will be following this tutorial, which is regarding JavaScript and TypeScript unit testing with Visual Studio. You can choose one of these tools, but for now we will be using the Node.js tests instead of a third-party test platform like Jest, for example, which is arguably the most popular at the moment. Even in GitHub is the project with most forks and stars. So we first go through the requirements and fix some errors and create the React and ASP.NET Core project. First you check if you have npm, node and npx. If you don't have it, you're probably gonna have to run these commands, but just wait for it and check if the errors appear or not, because depending on the time that you are running this new preview, you may need it or not. What you will need is the ASP.NET and web development and Node.js development. This is available in the Visual Studio installer. You will also need a TypeScript SDK, so you either install it through npm or you install it through the installer. Next step, install the new preview project. The project is called React and ASP.NET Core, which is still in preview. Solution will have two projects. The client side is the React app and the ASP.NET Core or the API is the server side. One of the few errors which will probably occur to almost everyone who first installs Node.js is a missing folder on C username app data roaming npm. To fix this, you open a command line and write the following command: npm install -g npx. This will create the folder and the necessary files. If any other error appears, do the same. Check those commands that appear in the beginning and install them as the errors appear. Once your project is building properly, you can choose your browser, open the properties of the core API, choose the debug, and open debug launch profiles UI. This is optional. We are going to keep this on in order to show it. After you execute, multiple windows with certificates will pop up. You can just accept them, but the end result is this. The left tab is the React, is the client side, and the right side is the API service, getting the data from a weather server. Now we can create a new console application for our tests, because we don't want the tests inside. So you just create a new blank Node.js console application. I'm gonna skip the Jest for simplicity, because Node.js also has tests inside. Then open the project that you just created and create a new folder called tests. Inside that folder, you are going to create JavaScript unit test files and TypeScript unit test files. The naming convention in this case is name.test Node.js. If you can't open the TypeScript files, just right click it and set the TypeScript editor as default. You can write whatever code you want. This is the UnitTest for JavaScript. Note that this is the Node.js, is not a jest. Since Node.js does not include parameterized values, we just made a simple for cycle to test them anyway. We were actually surprised that Node.js did not have it. Maybe that's one of the reasons why jest is so popular. Then you can do the same for the TypeScript file. Just write whatever code you want inside the TypeScript. Now you save, rebuild, and wait for the test explorer to recognize the tests. Node.js in Visual Studio is also a little bit slower. It's quite similar to Python actually. Now that the new project is you recognize, you can run the tests both from JavaScript and TypeScript. Similar to the other languages and projects, you can debug the tests in group or individually. You can also set them in a YAML file, for example, for automated tests. That's it for today. We'll see you in another video.